the executive officer, to our police commissioner, the members of the media, representatives from various industries, the staff of TPA, the CEO, all the hardworking directors, the members of the Tourism Promotion Authority Board, and all the participants, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank all of us this morning for taking your time to join us today on this very significant occasion, the World Tourism Day. Your presence, of course, here reflects the commitment we have all shared in promoting and developing tourism, art, and culture, not just globally, but more importantly, in our own country, Papua New Guinea. This morning, as I walked into this room, I was so happy to witness the signing of one of the tourism products, the Miss Bird of Paradise, Papua New Guinea. Memorandum of Understanding between the organization with the Tourism Promotion Authority. I want to congratulate Mrs. Anna Bice, our inaugural Miss Bird of Paradise, Papua New Guinea, Ms. Tyler Singrock, for this very important ceremony today. This is one of the products that we are going to market Papua New Guinea in other parts of the world. Yes, we have heard about Miss PNG, but I think putting the word Miss Bird of Paradise makes it more significant globally, because it's our national bird. It's our pride. I am so thankful today for that occasion, and I will fully support it as the minister and ensure that we continue to promote it in this country. And throughout 22 provinces, we will ensure that it is also done in 22 provinces of our country before they come for the major event in the city. I would also take this opportunity to say sorry to the tourists who have come to our country and have had bad experiences in our country. I want to also apologize to the families of those who have lost their lives, like we have had recent experience in Milne Bay, where one of the yachtsmen who lost his life in the waters of Papua New Guinea. It is sad, but it is the fact in our country as we live in today's life. The theme of today's conference, Tourism and Peace, is one of global relevance, connecting the entire world to the power of tourism as a unifying force. But as we reflect on this, we must also recognize how this theme resonates with us here in Papua New Guinea. Hence, my overall policy statement as the new Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture is this: we indigenize art and culture, modernize infrastructure, and promote peace and unity in diversity. In line with our local challenges and opportunities, we have narrowed it down to a more PNG-centric theme for today's event. Tourism and Peace, unlocking tourist potential through addressing law and order and infrastructure challenges in our country. In line with my policy, we are here to also help the cause of tourism and peace. Together, we can unlock Papua New Guinea's potential through addressing law and order and infrastructure challenges in our country. There can be no tourism in the country without peace in our communities. Let me turn that around and say it again. Without peace, there can be no tourism. And this morning I want to thank also the Dean of Tourism and Arts Faculty in the University of Papua New Guinea and our students who have performed today. Thank you for your display in Dubai, promoting Papua New Guinea in Dubai. And thank you for welcoming me this morning as well. You know, it is an impossibility when there is no peace in our country for tourism. Tourism thrives on peace. Tranquil settings invite tourism or tourists. Societal order and cohesion between communities, between man and his environment, this is a tourism product. Peace. Peace in and in itself, or of itself, is the greatest tourism product. Peace. Trust me, I'm a soldier come politician. When I am called to go to war, the tourist heads in the opposite direction. That's the reality. PNG received 24,000 tourists. That is not the headline. We are talking about those tourists that came off cruise ships. PNG should be receiving 100 times more than 24,000 tourists. It should be receiving 2.4 million annually. And it should only be the start. Fiji receives 924,000 tourists annually. Indonesia next door received 11 million last year. 11 million. The island of Bali alone received 25 million, or 5.2 million, and more than 25 million in the last 5 years. Singapore had 13 million, a small island, not bigger than Vanimo Green River District. And the state of Queensland received 25 million tourists last year, just one state of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, tourists are overflying us. They are sailing around us. They are bypassing Papua New Guinea. And there's only one reason they are doing that. There is no peace in this country. We claim ourselves as a Christian country, but we do not live and practice Christianity. If we are really Christians, we will love and respect each other. I do not want to dampen the World Tourism Day celebrations today, but it is time to deal with the facts and reality. And the most basic fact in tourism industry in Papua New Guinea is that we cannot offer safety to our tourists. That's the fact. If we cannot guarantee their safety, they are not going to come here. If they do not come here, tourism falls flat on its face. I said it 2 weeks ago, and I say it again. PNG has a huge potential. Tourism is pot of gold. We must first establish peace. Secondly, we must monetize the peace in the tourism business. Come to a destination that's peaceful and tranquil. Isn't that not attractive? Just imagine if we come to Papua New Guinea, a land of more than 1,200 tribes, more than 800 plus different languages. This is paradise on earth. Pope Francis, when he visited Vanimo, didn't go through the security that he went through in Jakarta or in Port Moresby. But he drove around in the buggy in Vanimo town and called Vanimo a little Garden of Eden. We can change as a country. It is not impossible. It's to do with leadership in this country. We can turn around and make PNG a better place and a better destination for tourism. Thirdly, we must restore and establish our traditional arts and culture as the foundation of our modern-day Papua New Guinea. Culture is the bedrock of any nation. Culture contains the language, the welfare system, the livelihood, the environment, and the belief system of our people. Culture defines us and sets us apart from every other people, while at the same time bonding the individuals and families with a tribal whole. We must first establish and appreciate who we are before we can set forth to understand the world. That begins with our culture, with our heart. Our cultural heritage is the only thing we can know best, or we know best. It is the only trade we know better than any expert in the world. We are the expert of our own heart and culture. Now, if we were to monetize that, would all Papua New Guineans be fully employed today? Just imagine if we monetize our art and culture in our country, there will be no unemployment. Everyone will be engaged because tourism, art, and culture is inclusive. That will give every Papua New Guinean a job they are best qualified in. That is the business of living and applying their culture in a modern day world. There will be less frustrated individuals in society, which will further enhance the peace in our country. Where have we gone wrong as a country? To conclude, tourism, arts, and culture must form an integral part of our security, our economic policies. From the ward levels or villages to LLGs to districts and provinces, we must create a mindset that a peaceful environment is rewarding, and we can attract tourists to come to our country. Not only tourists from other parts of the world, but also local tourists. Huge potential in local tourism. Our people must know that peace can be monetized. We must promote it. We must put our money where our mouth is. Preserving and promoting traditional artistic skills, arts and culture can be monetized. That singing and dancing and our knowledge and links to our immediate environment, and flora and fauna, can be turned to cash if the atmosphere is right. We can monetize it. This sector has the unique ability to create opportunities for all. Like I said, it is inclusive. It is not only economically viable and environmentally sustainable, but it is also inclusive. It empowers our people, encourages unity, and bridges cultural and geographical divides. Tourism, art, and culture has the power to unite us as a nation. It can show our diversity and celebrate our shared identity to the world. Through tourism, art, and culture, we are not just promoting our land and heritage to the world. We are also building a future where every Papua New Guinean can play a part in the development and success of our country. In passing, let me just talk about some of the important changes I think must take place in the immediate. And I want to take this first challenge to myself and to the governor and to the government of the day. Let's forget about making too many laws in the country. There are good laws already in our country. We just need enforcement. What is needed is enforcement. Laws are there, but we need to enforce them. There are 3 laws that I want to see in the immediate change. That is to do with the mindset of ourselves, of our country, of our people. And I want to start by 3 first laws that I want to change from Summary Offences Act to Criminal Code. I believe by doing this, let's get the simple things right. I want to change the Summary Offences Act in littering, in graffiti and loitering to become criminal act. There should be no littering in the country. Should be totally banned. There should be no graffiti in the country. It should be banned. There should be no loitering. 1 person selling Belden art and 10 people sitting around it. The preambles of our constitution is very clear. Every Papua New Guinean must meaningfully participate in the economic development of our country. I believe if we pass the Vagrancy Act, it will be challenged and thrown out, but not the loitering. Because everybody must meaningfully participate. I believe when we change these laws to criminal code, like they do it in Singapore, this place will be paradise. It's already paradise. It just needs a bit of woodwork, need of hard work to it, and we change our country. I want to change these 3 laws from Summary Offences Act to Criminal Code. Every towns and cities, every villages, every LLGs, every districts, every provinces must be clean. I believe in first impression is lasting impression. Our law and order. Every member of parliament talks about law and order, but we have not been proactive in addressing it. How do we address it? I'm a soldier and I know best. When you feed a soldier, when you clothe him well, when you house him well and you ask him to jump, they will ask you, why, sir? We need to really improve the welfare of our policemen, of our Defense Force personnel, of our CIS personnel, improve the jails. Jails must not be a place where you go and just lock up a prisoner, but there must be rehabilitation within the jail environment. So we convert a criminal into a better citizen. This will contribute meaningfully to creating peace in our society. Forget about IACAS. Fleet all the police vehicles, all the military vehicles, all the correctional services vehicles. Give them 3 pairs of uniform. Give them good pay. Fix their housing. Then you ask them to jump. I already told you the answer, the response. We as a government have not taken our priorities right. We are looking for money everywhere to support our budget. Money is here in the country. Money is here in our country. You don't have to go and borrow. We just have to grow the tourism industry, grow our agriculture, grow our fishery sector. And right there, you have your internal revenue. My other challenge, thank you CEO for Air Niugini for being here. We need to really look at the airfares of our airline. We need to look at the volume, not the price of how much money we can get from our passengers. We need to make the environment conducive. Airfares must be reduced. Government must subsidize in order for us to encourage tourism. Not only foreign tourists coming in, but local tourists traveling from province to province. Seriously, we need to look at airfares in our country. It is killing the tourism industry, both international and domestic tourism. We need to look at the rates of our hotels. How can government subsidize? Guest houses and motels are charging the same rate as the 5-star hotel. It's funny, but it's true. These are areas that we need to address as a government. I am determined, as the tourism minister, to work closely with the members of tourism, art and culture, all my tourism agencies. And if the Prime Minister confirms me as the ministerial determination of border security, trust me, I will improve border security in our country. All the borders will be properly monitored. We will bring in surveillance systems that will be able to monitor illegal drugs trafficking, human smuggling, guns trafficking. Talking about guns, guns is not bought by some small villager in Sauk Valley in Wapanamanda. He cannot afford to buy a packet of noodles, but he can carry a 60,000 kina M16A2. Who is promoting it? It's the leaders of this country. I challenge all the leaders, from the Prime Minister to all the ministers and open members of Parliament, to public servants, the businessmen, stop buying guns and give money to your relatives and your families to build guest houses, rest houses, tourist resorts, ecotourism activities. Stop buying guns for your people. Put money where it matters most, in improving the lives of our people and promoting peace and unity in our country. Let us take today's discussions to heart. and continue to strive towards realizing the potential of Papua New Guinea through tourism, art, and culture. By addressing the critical issues of law and order and infrastructure, we paved the way for a brighter, inclusive future for all of us in our country. God bless Papua New Guinea, and thank you all. And may God bless all of us here today. Thank you.